This tutorial will explain how to set up and use the Events feature in Appointment Plus. An event is a group appointment with a set starting time on a set day or days with a maximum number of people that can attend. This type of appointment should be considered when setting up groups or classes that are one-time events or events that only occur a few times. For example, if your organization holds classes, workshops, seminars, or camps, the events functionality is a good fit to utilize. Depending on what you're using it for, you can change this term events to camps, seminars, or whatever you need it to say. Click on your Settings tab on the right. Under Preferences on the left, you can go into Terms and make that change from there. There are also some preferences associated with events under Preferences on the left here. Go into Events. Number 1, on the front end and in site administration, only display events associated with the location selected by the user. This would be used if you had multiple locations. So you could have separate events at each location, or you could have them combined, depending on how you set this setting here. On the front end, display events in a drop-down list. The default is for all events to display without displaying a drop-down. So that's exactly what it says. You can have them display in a drop-down menu or just have all of them display at once. On the front end, show the number of spots left in the event next to the date of the event. So if you had 10 spots available and 5 people were signed up, it would tell you that 5 spots were still available. Or you could hide that completely by saying no. Disallow overbooking of events in site administration. This applies to all users. So if you had 10 spots available for your event and they were all full, you can use this setting to allow your staff to overbook and add 11, 12, or more to that event. Number 5 is the same thing except for the call center user access type. And then number 6, display events in appointment grid, blocking off staff member and room availability. So when you create an event, you could have it block that time on a specific staff member's schedule, or you can have it not block the time. So they would be available on their normal schedule, even during the time of the event. Now let's go ahead and set up an event. I'm going to go into the Events tab at the top and click on Add New Event on the left. So I will enter the title of the event. Let's just do a weekly yoga class. Whatever you put in the description box will display on the customer view. And this is where you're going to want to put all the details. There's no other place to display details. You can also have this information show in the email notifications that go out to the customers. Allow customers to see yes or no. So if you wanted this to just be internal scheduling, you could say, no, we don't want customers to see this, so they can't self-schedule this event. So I'm going to say yes. And the duration is the amount of time for the event. We'll say 1 hour. You can have a cost or not have a cost. So I'm just going to put $15 per class. Event start time, we'll do 8:00 a.m. Now, multi-day format, you can say no. If this event is every Saturday and I set it to no, you can sign up for those dates individually. If I set it to yes, and I had every Saturday set up in here for 2 months, and someone signed up for that, they're signed up for all days that the event occurs. So I'm going to set this up as no, not a multi-day format. Maximum number of participants. So this is how many people can sign up for this class. And the staff member dropdown. This is where you can have it block this time on the staff member's schedule. So I could say block this time on staff 1's schedule, or do not assign to any staff member. And then you can block the dates on the calendars below for each day of the event. So it's going to start on May 1st every Saturday through June 26th. And then scroll to the bottom and click on Add. The events functionality displays differently in both site administration and on the customer view. These are standalone events for which your customers may register. Once events are created, your events list can be viewed by clicking on the Appointments tab, and then click on View All Events on the lower left. And now you can see every date that this class is occurring. It'll tell you the maximum number of participants and currently how many are signed up for each class. To sign someone up, it's the same as making an appointment for a service. You just click on Add. If they've scheduled with you before, you can select their name from the drop-down menu, or you can fill in their contact information here if they are a new customer. Now you can see that one is signed up out of 15 spots that were available. If you click on View List next to each date, it'll show everybody's name that's signed up, and then you have the appointment status here, so you can always mark them as completed or no-show. If you need to reschedule them or cancel their appointment, click on View Appointment, and you can cancel it here, or you can edit the appointment and move it to another date. Now let's take a look at the customer view and see how events are displaying there. This is our mobile responsive customer view. And you have events up here next to book appointment. So you can click on events, and then it'll show you all of the dates that that class is occurring. So you can click on RSVP, and then fill in your contact information here and finalize RSVP. Now I'm going to show you our classic view. So not the mobile responsive. Events will display in a different way on the classic view. Okay, so we're having the events display in a drop-down menu. So you would select it from the drop-down, and then it will display the dates. And here are the details. And then you click on the date, new user or returning user, say new user, and then the customer fills in their contact information here and finalize appointment. If you have any questions about events, feel free to contact our support team. We'd be glad to help you. Thank you.